Good evening. I'm Stacey Amos for News Channel 8, and these are the top stories we have for you tonight. Protesters claim St. Croix gets the short end of the stick. You don't want to miss this one, folks. Governor DeYoung speaks on St. Croix, and an auxiliary police officer is arrested. These stories and more are up next on News Channel 8. Our top story tonight, Governor John DeYoung spoke earlier today at a breakfast at the Rotary Club.
There are those in our community that are going to need our assistance, that are going to need the assistance of transitioning from a surety of a job that they had to being able to adjust on the other side. I've already spoken with the White House, and they've organized for me at the end of this month a summit that I'll have with all the agencies in Washington, D.C. to sit down and talk about how they can help us, but also what we want. What are we looking for? From Commissioner Finch to Commissioner Dellums, they've already started having discussions on TANF and SNAP and WIC and those programs to make sure that we open up those capabilities so families don't have to worry at the same time that we don't have limitations in terms of providing those services. The Department of Labor has begun to reach out already with respect to national grant programs and retraining, but also at the same time looking at opportunities that we can then foster with businesses. The Economic Development Authority, and we just recently hired as the Assistant CEO, Jennifer Nugent-Hill. Paul Arnold is there to help us on fast tracking. They have changed their process with respect to applications so it's fast tracked, so that we can guarantee that if someone files, the due diligence is done, we can get them through in and out within a 45-day period of time. We still have the challenges that we had from before, and that is to make sure that the 2004 Act does not impact us as great as it has in the past. The issues of residency and source income are real issues. And we recognize more than anything else as we transition from a light manufacturing and the majority of revenues that we got from a Hovensa, we now have to start looking at what do we create. Financial services is one area that we can look at. Information technology is another area. But in order to do that, we have to still start to address some of these concerns having to do with the tax reform and looking at the Treasury rules and regulations that impacted us so greatly in 2004. Now, when I say, while I can't draw the picture, the foundation is strong. In a very short period of time, I will sign an agreement that allows us to put up a $50 million sports complex in Frederickstead, and that is a real project. And that will start. We have the broadband that will be starting very shortly, first on the island of St. Croix with respect to its construction activity. We have downtown developments that will start taking place. We're rechanneling monies from other projects to start looking and doing the boardwalk. We're going to start and finish on the Christiansted bypass. Our advertising in terms of St. Croix has been rechanneled to look at making sure that we can drive traffic. With additional airlift, even without the additional hotel rooms, we've been able to convince airlines to still come to St. Croix. So from the additional airlift that we have with the charters that are in place, we see no drawback in any of that happening. This next month, a majority of individuals from the Tourism Department, WICO, and the Port Authority are going to Seatrade to make sure that our itineraries are secure and that the traffic that we have coming in will build on St. Croix. The biggest challenge we have now is a St. Croix senator has introduced a bill that calls for a dollar tax, which will have an impact with respect to what takes place. So we're working to make sure that, one, that doesn't pass, and two, that they understand that they can't judge or base their itineraries on the expectation of it passing, because that hurts us more than it helps us.
And we'd like to thank Earl Morris for providing us with that footage. And staying with the Rotary Club, the new president of the St. Croix Chamber of Commerce shared his thoughts earlier today on the economic future of our territory after the Hovensa pullout.
We have to address the revitalization of our towns. On the west end, we've got the sports complex, potentially the Williams and Punch project, and in Christiansted, we have an investor who has $20 million. Now, their plan is a cultural center, revitalization in Christiansted, a new parking garage, coupled with a casino. As soon as you say the word casino, you start going into two camps. And I don't know where you fall on the issue. What I do know, if we have an investor who really has $20 million in their back pocket, and they really want to see Christiansted revitalized, we should engage them. we should not let it slip away. I don't know the right answer of which direction we should take, but I do know we should take advantage of it. So I would encourage you to learn more about it. The project is being put together by the Christiansted Renewal Group, which is Dwayne Bobeck and Donovan Ham. So I think we should address that.
A 27-year-old auxiliary police officer is in trouble tonight after he allegedly assaulted a man near the Salt River Marina recently. News Channel 8's Wes Small files this report.
Thanks a lot, Stacy. An auxiliary officer is in trouble tonight. He is 27-year-old Ishmael Perez Jr. We're looking at his picture here. He is a 4-year auxiliary veteran, allegedly punching and kicking, assaulting a 40-year-old man. This incident happened around 2:45 Tuesday afternoon. And I checked with some folks here at the marina, the bar and restaurant. They don't know anything about it. They were closed that day. And this is a very quiet area. No one knows anything about this assault, so we don't really know the hidden circumstances. Meanwhile, Mr. Perez Jr. has been placed on $75,000 bail. This morning, he had an advice of rights hearing. For the official word, here's Melody Rames of the VIPD.
Criminal Investigation Bureau detectives on St. Croix arrested 27-year-old Ishmael M. Perez Jr. and charged him with assault first degree. Perez is an auxiliary police officer employed with the police department since May 2008. He has since been placed on leave without pay pending the outcome of his court proceedings. According to the initial police report, officers were dispatched to the Governor Juan F. Louis Hospital and Medical Center to investigate an assault that occurred at about 2:45 p.m. on Tuesday, February 7th, near Salt River. The 40-year-old male victim told police that he was at the marina when he was approached by Perez, who assaulted him by punching him and kicking him several times. The victim was taken to the Governor Juan F. Louis Hospital, where he was treated for his injuries. Ishmael M. Perez Jr. was arrested at about 7 p.m. on Wednesday, February 8th, and charged with assault first degree. His bail was set at $75,000, and he was remanded to the custody of the Golden Grove Adult Correctional Facility, pending his advisor rights hearing at Superior Court. The Virgin Islands Police Department Internal Affairs Unit and the Criminal Investigation Bureau detectives are following up on this case.
Again, 27-year-old Ishmael Perez Jr., $75,000 bail, auxiliary police officer for 4 years. He has a lot of questions to answer tonight. At Salt River, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
And there was a huge demonstration against the federal government today. You don't want to miss who spoke out. Stay with us. There was a demonstration held earlier today in front of the district courthouse on St. Croix. News Channel 8's Wes Small is with a virtual who's who of the business community.
Thank you, Stacy. We're here now in the Orange Grove area, right across the street by McDonald's and Subway, which is across from a protest going on involving the Williams and Punch development. I am here with Kevin Rames. And Kevin, for people who aren't privy to know your part in Williams and Punch and this development, and please tell us what your function is.
Well, I'm very pleased to be the vice president for development of William and Punch LLC. I'm also an equity partner. Right. Chris Elliott and I purchased the 600 acres at William and Punch in 2005 and early 2006. We brought the Mashantucket Pequot Tribal Nation, the owners of Foxwoods, in as a partner in 2009. But essentially we bought that property, which is 1 mile north of the Frederiksted Cruise Pier, and it's 600 acres of beautiful property for the purpose of the development of a resort. And the resort that we designed is 320 room resort with a casino, with 148 condominiums, 60 fractional units, a championship golf course, a spa, a 56 unit what we call a beach hotel, and all the associated amenities, as well as a 72 slip marina. It is something that will constitute an economic engine for the development of the west end of the island and an economic engine for the development of the remainder of the island of St. Croix. It is something that is absolutely necessary given the problems that the other developments are having, as well as the closure of Hovensa. We now have a lot of people on the streets who are highly skilled individuals who are capable of building this project. We have all of our local approvals. The Virgin Islands government, the Virgin Islands legislature, and the governor of the Virgin Islands have given us full support with respect to the development of this project. They have also moved us into a situation where it is much easier with the Hotel Development Act to ultimately finance the project. But what we have now is we have a recalcitrant federal government. The National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration, the Environmental Protection Agency, as well as the National Marine Fisheries Service, the National Marine Fisheries Service, that is standing in the way of the development of this project, okay, that is not accepting the thousands of pages of documents and the millions of dollars that we spent proving up the environmental viability of this project for the Virgin Islands government, and they want us to essentially start all over again. It is something that it is unacceptable. They've got to reverse their position. They've got to get these federal regulations off of our backs and allow us to move forward for the development of the west end of St. Croix and for bringing jobs to the people of St. Croix.
Attorney Kevin Rames, I have to tell you, a lot of people ask this reporter what is going on with this development.
Yes.
And now, who organized then this protest here? I know George Flores
yes.
was part
Not
of
only
it.
George Flores. This is the first time in 30 years that there's been a street protest in support of a private business. Okay? This is a private business. We did not organize this street protest. We are not part of the street protest. The street protest is for a group called We the People that was pulled together by George Flores. My recollection is the last time that there was a street protest in support of a private business was for the rezoning of Carambola back in 1981, and Winston Hodge, my mentor, led a protest down King Street for the rezoning of Carambola. It's been 30 years since the people of the Virgin Islands stood up and said private business can help us move forward from where we are to where we need to be. We are extremely grateful for the involvement of We the People. We are extremely grateful.
Since we started protesting by phone calls and letters, they finally began to move on Monday. And Monday, this past Monday, February 6th, there was a letter sitting in the office of Lisa Marie Caruba, who is the head of NOAA in Puerto Rico, and because we were pressured, and I spoke to her a couple times, the letter moved out Monday, and it was sent by email at 11:15 on Monday, and it arrived that same day in St. Petersburg, Florida. And why we're demonstrating is we want to make sure that it just doesn't go there and just sit on the desk collecting dust. We want to make sure that they move this expeditiously because St. Croix is bleeding to death. We need jobs.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for this opportunity, and I want to tell the people I am not a usual person to be in protest. However, due to the circumstances in our surroundings, due to the 20-some hundred jobs that we're going to be losing from Hovensa, or that we are already start losing it, we need this job. We need to make this protest so the federal bureaucracy, the people who are holding these permits, will release these permits so this project can take shape as soon as possible. We got a couple thousand people need jobs. We need this project immediately. That's why I'm here, and that's why we're all here.
All right. Do you think now, with the pressure with the media and the exposure, that the federal government now will stop dragging their feet and get the project moving?
That is correct. This is taking everybody's attention, and when you make noise, people will move.
Why are you involved in this massive protest?
Well, it's because of our situation. The government is laying off. Events are gone. I have approximately 12 kids that come from the program. Half of them leave the island because they ain't got no work to do.
The junior Calypsonians?
Yeah.
You lost half a dozen of them already.
Yeah, gone. And then we have parents that belong to these children. They are leaving the island also. So my program looking kind of dull, and I'd like to see something change in this place. Jobs. We need jobs. That we go protect our youths.
3,500 jobs. That's what this project can bring.
Pretty simple.
Yes. Where else are we going to get them? Everything else is closing. Government's going to go down 8%. It's just going to get worse.
Thank you very much.
Bottom line.
I've been in support of this project since the inception. I think it's a good project for Frederiksted and St. Croix as a whole. This project can be that spark that that sets the economy of Frederickson moving and reviving the whole town. You know, everybody's going to benefit. I'm a musician, I'm an artist, I know I'm an accountant, and I could see where I'm going to benefit from it. The farmers are going to benefit from it, from the fresh produce that are being demand, this and the restaurants. You know, so it's a win-win.
Like a licensed contractor. You know, and I know what it is to stay without jobs. When people come and look for jobs and you say, I got nothing, oh, this is painful. You know, I'm not doing this for me, but I'm doing this for the people of the island. Yes, sir. You know, I want everybody to have a fair share of this thing. This is a pot of gold, and we all got to get something of it. We can't allow one person to keep it back from us. We need it, and we need it now.
The people are here demonstrating what they want for the island of St. Croix, especially Frederickson. Convention is closing down. That means a whole lot of people need employment. But not that, what about the kids coming out of school? What are they going to do? We got to look, we are taking a backward thing, and this whole Wellerman punching Dick Square be an incentive for the whole island. Yes, not just for Frederickson, for everybody. We got to train the kids coming out. They don't know a thing. We have to train them because we can't compete with outside.
It means a lot of jobs for our
territory. A lot of things.
All right. Well, Annie, you think we'll be okay if we can get this Williams and Punch thing going?
Definitely.
Will St. Croix come back?
I am 1,000% behind it. 1,000%. I don't need a job, but I need to stay working.
Here in front of the federal courthouse, it's all about Noah. They're not looking too good to these folks. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
And coming up, an update on a car race / dog show happening this weekend. We'll be right back. There's a big car race / dog show coming up this weekend. Stephen Koof Francis has the details.
Thanks a lot, Stacy. This Sunday at the St. Croix Motorsports Complex, there'll be a big dog show and car race put on by the Car Racing Association. Well, yesterday in Sunny Hills, they had some of their cars on display.
Lego. Yellow model kid, yellow bottle sipping, yellow Lamborghini, yellow top missing. Yeah, that shit look like a toupee. I get what you get in 10 years, in 2 days. Ladies love me, I'm on my cool J. If you get what I get, what would you say? She wax it all off, Mr. Miyagi. And them suicide doors, Ari Kari. Look at me now, look at me now, oh. I'm getting paper, look at me now, oh, look at me now, yeah. Fresh to the balls, little bigger than gorilla cause I'm feeling everything.
Wow, and yes, they're dogs too. Don't want to get too close. Well, I spoke to one of the organizers, Victor, and he gave me the 411 on what's going down this Sunday.
Yeah, my name is Victor Peterson, St. Croix, and we are here today to show you what we got on St. Croix. Some of the best cars, some of the best dogs, all breeds, pit bulls, blue pits, all of them. We got big match race competition on February 12th at the St. Croix Motorsports Complex. We're here today just to show you a little bit of what you're going to get. We got Big Dog, Ayala, Princess Harriet. We got all them other people on the other here, man. We got show match races, we got the horse. We got the horse here running the most. We got the Supra. Hopefully we going to line them up soon, you know. We got Simon. We got Hector. We got Poppy. We got Dan. We got Tito, the works, we got Papani, we got Berry Fleming, everybody. Big match race, big dog show. Come on down to the St. Croix Motorsports Complex on February 12th, that's Sunday, this Sunday. This is one of the dogs that you're going to be seeing to the show. I'm not gonna get too close to him because I don't know. Nice breed. What's his breed? He's a blue pit?
Yeah,
Razor's Edge blue breed. This is Top Dog. Top Dog. What's the dog's name? Man?
Blaze.
Blaze. One of the fine breeds that we're gonna see at the dog show this weekend, Sunday, February 12th, St. Croix Motorsports Complex. So look at what you got. I know we've had disappointments in the past, but definitely the racers are going to show you what it's all about. You know, this is about 10,000 horsepower worth of cars right here, ready to show you what match racing is all about. You know, playing. We definitely going to call people from the audience and ask them what race they would like to see. And it's going to go down, guaranteed, like the commercial says.
Okay, and tell us some of the big match races that you guys have lined up.
Oh, definitely. We got Bubbly with a Honda Civic running a Pappy. Everybody on the island supposed to know who that is. We got Simon Mustang running Ghost with a Skyline engine. Winner takes on the Supra. We ain't playing that. The winner taking on the Supra. You know, we know you want to see that race go down. And many more. We got Bob. We got Volkswagen Bob taking on a Honda to the 8. And we want to see if the Volkswagen Bug build up the heart to take on the Honda to the quad. You understand? It's going to be good. It's going to be off the chain. But the dogs them will definitely be on a chain. We ain't playing that. We got rules, we got regulations, we got safety at the car track this weekend. Sunday, all kids invited. $5 for the kids, $10 for the adults. You know? Gates open at 3. Be there before. We're gonna set this show up. We wanna make this look like the Westminster Dog Show. You know what I'm saying? Top class. We're putting up a stage down there. We're gonna see your best dogs, best animals, man's best friend. You know what I'm saying?
Well, once again, gates open at 3 p.m. sharp. Be sure to go on out and show your support. That's a look at Sport 401 update. I'm Stevie Francis from News Channel 8. Back to you. Stay safe.